Hello students, welcome to the channel Tutor Elite, class 9th, topic the French Revolution, subject social science. So in this chapter, we'll go through the introduction, causes of revolution, the course of revolution, key leaders, impact of the revolution, symbols of the revolution and the conclusion. So let us see what all we study in brief. Okay, first the introduction part is what is revolution? See, revolve, yes, or revolve. So what do you understand by the term revolve? Revolve, okay. A revolution is a forcible overthrow. See, forcible, that is where आपकी मर्जी जहां नहीं चलती है, right? Forcible, that means someone is forcing you for something. Forcible overthrow of an old system, political, social or economic, and the establishment of a new system. So in simple term, revolution is a big and sudden change in society or a government. Yes, see, what is a revolution? It is a forcible thing, that is forcible change in the system, that is in the old system. It might be a political, it might be social or economic, okay, and the establishment of a new system. That means whether you are okay with it or no, doesn't matter, but the system is going to change. That is revolution. In simple words, big and sudden change in society or government. Next, when and where did the French Revolution begin? So how this all French Revolution started? Yes, I'll just change the color. How this French Revolution begin or it started? The French Revolution began in 1789. Yes, that is 18th century. 18th century in Paris, France. Yes, France is a country. With the storming of the Bastille, a symbol of royal power. Storming matlab तूफान. Yes. Next. Next, what was the cause of the revolution? So there was different causes. So let us see first social cause. Social cause. Socialist, that is the society. Division of society into estates. So like, see, basically caste wise the society is divided. Yes, category wise, and in caste also different categories are there. So in French Revolution, so how it was actually, the first category, that is clergy, included church officials, that is priest and bishops. In simple terms, if we people say, that is Brahmins, yes, enjoyed special privileges and paid no. Yes, priests are basically who? The people who worship God, right? So in them also, like how our society was divided previously, Brahmins, Kshatriyas, then the Shudras were the last, right? So comment me which I have left in between. Okay. Next comes the second estate, that is nobility, included nobles and the what is this? Aristocrats, that is owned large lands, that is zamindars, live luxurious lives and also paid no taxes. Yes, in simple terms we say zamindars. Okay, zamindars. So the zamindars is not going to pay the tax, and not even the priest or bishops. Okay. Next, third estate, common people, made up peasants, workers, that is laborers, and the middle class, paid all the taxes and had no political rights, suffered the most and demanded change. Yes, that is the Shudras. In simple terms, if we use Shudras, if it is not wrong, right? The last caste or else category they would have placed before. Yes. Okay. Next. So simple. The causes of the revolution were the three classes. That is the clergy. Next is the nobility, and third the common people. Who were the clergy? Those were the priests and the bishops. Who were the nobility? Those were the nobles and the aristocrats. And who were the common people? The peasants, workers, and the middle class. Okay. Next. What was the economic cause? France faced a severe financial crisis before 1789. Yes. So what did it face? A severe financial crisis. That is, finance was down. The third estate paid all taxes while the rich paid none. Which was the third estate? Common people. Yes, the common people, the workers. Yes, so they paid the tax, and the rich paid no tax. That is clergy. Sorry, clergy and one more. Comment me. Okay, rich paid none because these two are the high category, right? So they did not pay the tax. The bishops and all, they did not pay the tax. Wars and royal luxury increased government debit. Yes, royal luxury increased. That is, see, you go on using the things but you don't pay for it, right? Doesn't matter. मतलब उसका कोई मतलब नहीं बनता. Yes, see if you're using, now we use the roads, right? We paid the road tax, that is toll tax. Yes, to maintain the roads. And if we use it but we don't pay it, then how the government will maintain it, right? Same way, poor harvests led to food shortages and high bread prices. Yes, poor harvest matlab less agriculture led to food shortages. That is, if you harvest less, so how you will get more there? And high bread prices, of course, महंगाई बढ़ गई. These hardships made people demand change. So this was the economic cause for a change. First was the social cause, second is the economic cause, and third is the political cause. Next, what was the political cause? France had an absolute monarchy under King Louis XI, where the king had all the power. What is monarchy? No government, single-handed person, sorry, uh, only single person will handle it. Monarchy. The people had no, that is no democracy, simple words. The people had no say in government affairs. Yes, the people had no say in government affairs. Like now we people elect the government, right? Some elections are conducted and so we vote and all. We elect our whoever leader we want. But the monarchy was under the, who was the king? King Louis XI. The king and his ministers wasted money. See what they did? They wasted money and ignored people's problems. Okay? Unfair laws and corruption created anger among the common people. See, whenever your things are not satisfied, now we blame, some people blame for the BJP government, some blame for the Congress government, right? Some say that this government has not done the work properly, and some say that this government has not done the work properly. Yes, why? Because they are not satisfied. Okay, so they just blame. The same way, unfair laws and corruption created anger among the common people. This led to demand for a new and fair government. Of course, again we say, first was the Congress, we were demanding we want change, we want change. Now it is a BJP, again we demand we want change. Okay, so this is the common people do basically. Next, intellectual cause of the French Revolution. Great thinkers called philosophers inspired people to question the old system. Rousseau, Voltaire, and Montesquieu promoted ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity. So, who were they? Rousseau, Voltaire, and Montesquieu promoted ideas of what? Liberty, equality, and fraternity. They said the government should serve the people, not kings. These alignment ideas made people demand freedom and justice. So these were the volunteers, you can say, or else okay, volunteers we shall say, or else the people's voice we can say, who came forward the ideas of, with what ideas? The ideas of liberty, equality, and the fraternity. They said that the government should serve the people, not the kings. Yes, whatever, see, if a king is there, he has to see his praja, right? He has to see his, look after his empire. If it's a government, of course he has to see across his citizens. Okay, these alignment ideas made people demand freedom and justice. Course of the French Revolution. So, what were the changes? In 1789, revolution began with the storming of the Bastille on July 14th. The first, when it started, the revolution begins with the storming, that is Tufan of the Bastille on July 14th. In 1791, a new constitution limits the king's power. So there was a new constitution. What is a constitution? Book of a law. Limits the king's power. That means some powers are not under the king. Okay. Next, from 1792 to 93, France becomes a republic. That is King Louis 16 is executed, that is removed, that means he'll not work. From 1793 to 94, region of terror under Robespierre, many executed. Okay, so was a Robespierre? He was one of the voluntary, you can say, of public speak. The directory from 1795 to 99, the directory rules France. Later Napoleon Bonaparte rises to power. So King Louis power ended under whom? Under Robespierre. And who came next? Dictator Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, next. So these were the people. So he is a king. Louis 16. She is the Antoinette. Maximilian Robespierre. He was a person, right? Leader of the region of terror. Promoted radical reforms and equality. He was a person. Under him, this person executed. Okay. Under Robespierre, the king executed. Next, who came under the power? Napoleon Bonaparte rose to power after the revolution, established a strong government, and eventually became the emperor. Next, impact of the revolution. So what was the impact of the revolution? End of monarchy in France, that is the government took the power. Rise of democracy and nationalism, that is rules and regulations. Inspired other revolutions in Europe and Latin America. Spread of modern ideas like liberty, equality and fraternity. Next, okay, so these were the impact of revolution, that is positive impact, you can say. Yes, it ended the king rule. Who was the king? Louis 16. Next, symbols of the revolution. So what were the symbols? Tricolor flag, that is France flag. Next, what is this? Phrygian cap, that is this Phrygian cap. If I'm wrong to spell something, excuse me. Next, a broken chains, freedom from the oppression. What is oppression? The king, what he used to do? Yes, to the people. The guillotine, that is, this was a punishment. Yes, given for the people. The guillotine. Okay. Yes. So what was the conclusion from this? The French Revolution changed France and influenced the modern world. That means, in simple words, power and rights belong to the people. That means, see, first we came across the kingship ended. Kingship of Louis. Yes. Monarchy ended. Yes, if I'm not wrong. And this everything turned to be liberty by some reformers, liberty, equality and fraternity. Yes, so this is your chapter ends. I hope everyone understood the chapter. It is where I have given very simple points to understand the topic. Please go through it once again. If the doubts are not clear, comment me. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching the video. Stay connected.